Join me again as we deal with some speed line action. I love this right here. I love it. Um, it wasn't challenging. It wasn't taxing. It required patience. Yes, patience. And look, I forgot. Look, get in there. I forgot you. Let me get in there. Make sure we get it all. Okay, first, no, let me. First, we're gonna do this. I don't need. Then we're gonna go here, hit the black. Okay, I could do this. Nah, that's not big enough. Switch to the 10 pixels. Oh, there we go. Fill this in. I'm so glad I figured that out because I was trying to do it like this. Let me go. I'm gonna demonstrate because I put the speed lines on the back of it, and then I tried to do this. And kind of have it like that. It kind of look like that a little bit, but I don't know. It bothers me. It's something about it. But, I just feel it in. Now it's solid, right? And then I get a smaller brush size. Then go to, pick white. And then I do it. And this works for me, I guess. I don't know if this is better. But it works. So I like it. And then you zoom in, zoom out. You get this effect. You're moving at top speed. Hitting and clanking swords, whatnot. So yeah, this battle between the drunken bear and the leader of the ninja monkeys is heating up. Right now I'm just doing speed lines. Lines for the speed. Let me see. Where we going? What am I doing? Here we go. Hey, a word from our sponsor, Medibang. Hey, no, but really, for real, if you're a beginner and you're trying to do digital, do Medibang. Do it. It's easy to get into. I stand by it. Because you could just jump in and start drawing. It don't take you. Once you start drawing and playing with the brushes, if you're drawing comics, use the pencil brush to do your roughs. Find the G pen. Use the G pen for your inks. And then they got different markers and stuff like that. It works very well. So get into it. You don't need you don't need a class to learn it. I keep saying that, but that's really the truth, and that's why I keep using it. I keep trying to because, like I said, with Photoshop is split up into a suite. So even though Photoshop by itself can do so much, like if you're trying to be super professional, Photoshop is the way to go. That's what most of the professionals use. But then you got a lot of people who moved over to Clip Studios too. A lot of the next gen people use Clip Studios, and it's just as good as Photoshop, and it's more geared towards comics. Because Photoshop is just Photoshop. but you can use it to make comics, right? But a lot of people move over to Clip Studio, so I keep toying with moving to Clip Studio because I feel like for the price you get more bang for your buck. You don't have to also buy Illustrator and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's just like learning a whole new program is like it's such a turnoff, and it's like because I want to be professional like the professionals, but then as I'm going, I just keep realizing like you're doing great with Medibang. Your books look amazing. It's great quality. It's not like anybody could tell the difference. No one's gonna look at my book and be like, "Oh, what are you using?" I think people get shocked when I say Medibang. I'm using Medibang. Medibang. Some folks really don't know it. Some folks like, okay, you using Medibang? All right. Now the thing with Medibang is like, if I'm sharing like files with people, you know, that's when it becomes an issue because nobody uses it. So you can make PDFs and do it like that. But I don't say it gets silly. It's just you got trial and error the situation depending on what they're using. But I'm not, I'm usually doing most of the art myself, so I'm not really involved with nobody. It's not like anybody's doing my inking or my lettering or nothing like that. I'm doing the whole process. That's the only downside to Medibang is the lettering. Like they have limited lettering fonts and stuff like that. Like that's why I do like my action words by hand, but I like to do like I kind of try to make it a staple of my style to kind of do my own little graffiti style with the action words. I need to throw more in there. I think that's gonna be a challenge I'm gonna do for myself. I'm gonna put more action words in. Cause sometimes I make it like a second thought. Part of me wants to like make an extra layer and just do the action words on the extra layer, like kind of like maybe when I do the lettering. That's when I'll start adding action words instead of doing it when I draw the action. Make it a whole separate process. I don't know if that will be helpful or not. If that'll make it better or worse. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna try that volume 5 when I'm working on volume 5. Cause after I'm done with volume 4, I'm gonna keep drawing. Like I got some things I want to work on, like some webtoon stuff. So I'm gonna start working on that stuff when I'm done with volume 4, and I start doing volume 5. I'm gonna take a break, start do some webtoon stuff, and then probably take a month off. Then I'm gonna get back into it and do volume 5. I might do some coloring too, cause I finished all the coloring I need so far for Bloody Knuckles, and we got 100 pages colored in Bloody Knuckles, and we still got 2 chapters left. And for Bloody Knuckles, I tend to go like the standard chapter is 18 to 22 pages, but for Bloody Knuckles, I tend to go over a lot. So the goal is, I got 100 pages. I would like 160. And if I don't reach 160 with the comic, I'm going to pad it with sketch work. So that's something else I might do also. Oh no. Now I gotta do this over. Check this out. Oh, god damn it. See, I ruined it. Just these 2 lines ruin everything. Oh well, fuck it. See, that's why you gotta put the different. Nobody's gonna see that. No. Like, do I do it all over? I mean, I'm just erasing. I feel so accomplished. If I just would have, stopped trying to save layers. I don't want to do a different layer for every panel. That seems excessive. Yet here we are. I'm still going. Should I just do it over? I mean, it won't hurt me. It won't kill me. It's bothering me, you see? Because when I did the speed line for this first, because I did this one first, so the speed lines came out the panel up here to this page. And I erased it all. See, it's a little bit left right here. And I thought I got it all. So then I dropped these in. But I missed 2 lines. You see that? You see? Oh my God, it's bothering me. And I'm like, does it matter? Does it? I mean, will it even show up? I mean, it will. Would it? Is there like the super fan? Do I have a super fan who's gonna pick it apart like in page whatever of volume 4? He makes a mistake when he neglected, the speed line application. I'm like, wow. I'm gonna leave it there to see if the super fans will find it. See if they'll find it. I want to see if I got some super fans. Find my mistakes. And that's gonna be my I'm gonna be the first comic book artist to make purposeful mistakes. To see if my super fans will those. That's what I'm gonna do for like cookies, for little nuggets in the book. I'm gonna do purposeful mistakes. Draw a hand backwards, or something like that. Let's see if someone can find it. It'll be a whole thing. I don't think I could actually do that. Like, it'll drive me nuts. Gotta make it longer. Let me see. Let's get in there. Maximum length is at 30. I'm gonna turn it up. Let's go 50. It's a little dark, but it don't bother me now. Okay, let's get in there. Let's clean it up. Clean up the bear. Gotta keep him clean, keep him clean. Oh, that's part of his cape. I still got some lines in here too. Oh well. Do better later. I'm not gonna do this over. That's crazy. It's crazy work. That's why I usually use different layers when necessary. So then I can go in and just erase and it wouldn't obstruct anything. It wouldn't be an issue. But I'm also trying to save file size. So I'm trying to throw as much as I can on each layer. Because you already got one layer for the pencils, one layer for the inks. And then I got a separate layer for this effect coming off the ground. you know, to show speed and impact. And now we got this other layer for the speed lines. So I don't want 2, 3 extra layers for just for speed lines. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. You know, it wouldn't hurt anything. It's just that's my own personal preference. Preference. Yo, I'm gonna be honest. Nobody told me like once you have kids, like you're gonna lose the ability to talk. I used to be so well spoken. I don't know what happened. They take it from you. They take everything. I was in good shape. They took my physique. They took my mental capacity, my ability to speak. Ain't no kids take from you like that. I want it back. I ain't gonna have it. Passing the torch. Everybody's got to carry on the legacy and whatnot. That's really the goal. Is like, okay, let's make this into something that I can pass to my kids, and they don't even have to draw or be artists. They could just own the rights to it and get whatever money they can from it. Hopefully, it's a lot, you know. And I need to educate them enough so that they won't just sell away the properties and have somebody else become rich. You guys keep it and take care of it and become wealthy. No. Mm-hmm. Let's get the G brush, G pen. Let's put the lines on his rope belt. You see me put the rope belt on a lot of characters. That's my jam. The homeless warrior look. He's a vagabond, a wandering Ronin. I don't know why they haven't made an anime for Vagabond. I haven't read it, but you know it looks amazing. I hear it's amazing. It's supposed to be a masterpiece. I was so disappointed for the anime for Blade of the Immortal. That's such a classic series, and I've had some of it. I didn't finish it. What? Siri, go away! Like, don't be listening to me. Then just cutting on for no reason. That's crazy. It's spooky stuff, man. What's going on? Oh, I'm getting hungry. Stomach is growling. I want some pho. Let me see if I can get some on DoorDash. DoorDash the pho. Because it's cold outside. Okay. Let me see. Take this off. Okay, it looks amazing. I love the way this looks. Do I want longer speed lines? I think I do, because I want it to outstretch closer to him, even though it looks good. Let's get in there. It's at 50. Let's take it to 60. I need to be that long. Let's go. Is that long enough? And see, that's what I love about the speed lines on Medibang. You can just draw it on like a pen, but in Photoshop and Clip Studio, you gotta do some extracurricular stuff. I can't even describe it. I don't remember when I did it in Photoshop, but when I did it in Clip Studio, you kind of gotta like select the whole panel, and then like kind of drop the effect on there somehow. Like it was too much for me. I really enjoyed the practical steps. That's why I'm here with Medibang. Our favorite sponsor, Medibang. Hey, Medibang, it's me again, the Mad King. Gotta make that connection, baby. CEO Medibang. I was looking you up, bro. Like, once I figure out how to pronounce your name, I'm gonna start name dropping. Look, man. I'm gonna come to the land of the rising sun. I'm gonna slide over there, man. Take a little vacay, a little visit, pop up in the offices. See how we're doing, what the numbers looking like. I'm gonna get some more detail over here on this arm. Like this ninja might be one of my favorite characters. Like I really enjoy drawing Running Bear himself. I think I really enjoy drawing a lot of these characters. Out of all my books, like one of my top characters to draw is Bianca from Bloody Knuckles. If you don't know who that is, you better find out. She's one of my favorites. I enjoy drawing Sasha as well. But Bianca's like one of the top faves. You really gotta make characters you really enjoy drawing. Be happy with that design. Don't design characters based on popularity. Don't make your style based on popularity. Like, don't look like what everything else looks like. We're all gonna borrow from this and that. So be distinct. When you see my work, you know it's my work. Whether you like the style or not. That's the most important thing. I don't have to sign the work. The work is a signature all of its own. ASMR. I forgot what it stands for. I'm gonna have to tag that on all my videos. But I guess for that to happen, I would have to shut up so people can just hear the scraping of the Apple Pencil. Anything to gain the popularity. I've been putting DIY as a hashtag on a lot of my videos. Do it yourself. And that's been getting me some traction. The people who like DIY stuff, they're seeing a lot of my comic work. Like, why is this here? I mean, technically, it's all about how to do your own comics. Do it yourself. Don't wait for Marvel and DC. Do it yourself. Get your jam on, man. If you're young and you're trying to do this professionally, and you're still working on your craft, I would say make short stories. Get Medibang, get an iPad, get an Apple Pencil. Make short stories like one shots, 15 pages, 10, 15 pages, and make that your practice and put it out. You know, put it out. Uh, do a crappy webtoon, throw it out on webtoons, share it with your friends. You know, the greatest mistake a lot of us as comic book artists, as artists period, the greatest mistake we do is when we're learning, we kind of hide away and go under a rock. You know, we don't want nobody to see our crappy work. We want to get good before we're seen. And I think that's a mistake. You want to be social as much as possible, which is kind of like, I don't want to say the antithesis, but it's a struggle we have because what we do creates a lot of isolation. But you want to be social as much as possible, use the internet, but, you know, enter physical spaces too. Coffee shops, libraries. If you're in college, you know, sit there and draw on campus and, you know, be in spaces where you can connect with people, where you can show people your work, no matter how crappy it, you know, this ain't, you know, that's why you just get good at just making stories, random stories, silly stories. It don't matter. Stuff is not just, I don't want to make it so like say it, that it's stuff that you're going to throw away, but it's all, that's a part of the practice too. Because drawing comics isn't just drawing pretty pictures. It's about, you know, visual storytelling. So you need to have a story in mind to create visuals to use for the telling part, you know. So get good at creating narratives. You know, you are a writer too, except you write with visuals. And once you get into that, then that's gonna help your career, the whole visual aspect, the being seen by others, and learning to communicate. So what's gonna happen is people gonna see you drawing, they gonna walk up on you, oh that's cool. What are you drawing? You know, don't go fully nerdy out, you know, just give them a little short, sweet thing. Oh, just a little book I'm working on. And you know, let them lead the conversation. Some people might just walk off right there, like, oh, okay, that's cool. Have a nice day. Some people gonna sit down next to you, like, oh, what is it about? You know, just try to, you know, don't get too geeky. And you know, let stuff slide. People are gonna say things. They're gonna have comments. They're gonna try to give you wild advice, even though they haven't drawn once in their life. You know, it'll look better if you do blah blah blah. Don't argue it. Don't rebuttal. Don't try to backpedal. Just take it. Just be like, okay, all right. Shake your head, nod, smile. You know, redirect the conversation. You know, and keep it moving. That's a potential customer. You know, and that's good experience with dealing with people. Just drawing in public, engaging with others. You know, and another, invite a friend, you know, sit at a coffee shop, have conversations while you draw, you know. Stop, you know, you don't always have to find a quiet room. Go out in public. Go to the park, you know. Pull out your iPad, draw. Draw in nature, you know. Draw from nature. As you're building your skills, stop building your skills by emulating other artists. You don't have to, it's not bad. We all do it. But you want to draw the core of your skills, and this is going to help your originality and your style. You want to draw the core of your skills from observing real life. Get into real life, get into nature, draw some trees, draw some stairs, draw some houses by looking out your window, draw what's on your table, the water bottle, you know. the stack of books. Sit in your house with your family, draw your family when they're not looking, go to a coffee shop, draw people in the coffee shop against against their will, without their permission, you know? And that's gonna, and like you're not trying to be a perfectionist, you're not trying to get into hyper realism. It's just life is the best teacher. God was the greatest artist, is the greatest artist. He's still actively creating things. So there's no better way to learn than to, get it from the source. And then, so you get your fundamentals from reality. And then after you got your fundamentals down of posture, body language, movement, things of that nature, anatomy, because they got a lot of great anatomy books, but you study from real life. The greatest anatomy book that I had that just helped me master anatomy for drawing was an actual anatomy book, physiology and anatomy, and just studying it in college as a class and learning all about the body and how it moves and the mechanics and the systems. And then what really helped me was I didn't actually have a book for the class because something was wrong with my payments and I couldn't get the book. So what I did was I went to the not study hall. It's like a student learning center, right? And they had the book in the student learning center. So I would go there to do my homework and study. And what I would do was I would draw. They had illustrations of diagrams in the books. So I would draw the illustrations from inside the book. I would copy it. And that just, and so they would have illustrations of muscle groups and stuff like that. And that just took my anatomy to the next level, studying out that book. Oh, I'm doing this on the wrong layer. I am. But it's good I'm here because I want to do this. I want to erase. Erase. So, sometimes we got to study from the most unlikely of sources, Our favorite artists, they're amazing. They not God, all right? Study with God first. And study with the artist secondly. You want to get your education from the real deal. Because I say the best thing to do, really, if you want to take a class, take a realism class, and they'll sit there, like if you're college age, take a drawing class, drawing 1, 2, 3, and, they'll teach you all the perspective and all that kind of stuff, and they'll teach you shading, and you'll do some still life, and they're going to make you draw a portrait of other people and yourself. You kind of get into drawing too, they'll introduce like a student model and you kind of do quick sketches of the model. That'll take you to the next level. But then you get good at realism and then you turn that into cartooning and then you're in there. And I promise you, all your favorite manga artists and comic book artists, I guarantee you, they can draw. They have the skill to draw realism, to probably masterfully. And we dumb down our skills for cartooning and stylize it, and this is what we get. And and that's part of the effect. That's part of the illusion. So when you're an artist, you are an illusionist. You are a magician, a master of illusion. All right, stop trying to draw everything exactly as it is. Be a master of illusion. You're drawing images. You're not actually making actual things. Understand the reality of what you're doing, manipulating lines to create images, to create the illusion that something looks like that. When you really get into the psychology of what you're doing, like this isn't a real bear. It's a system of lines put together to create the illusion of the character. And my illusion is so great that I project this image that everyone can read. It's a communication. I have communicated with line a so-called character, and I've communicated so well that anybody who looks at it can instantly read that communication. That sounds wildly sophisticated, but that's the reality of what we're actually doing. You think you're just drawing cool characters? You are communicating visually. And you're an illusionist. Them, dare I say, a magician. You see the magic? Check it out. That's the magic, baby. That's the magic. All right. That's it. I'm done with the speed lines. That's my spiel. Become a master of illusions. Learn realism. Start drawing from real life. If you feel like you've hidden a rock or you hit a ceiling, you're not getting better, draw from real life. Get off Pinterest. Stop following Joe Madureira. Don't stop following them. Just stop copying them. Put the manga down. You're not your favorite manga artist. Learn from God. Learn drawing comics from God. He put the greatest masterpiece right in front of your face. I'm looking at my window right now. It's a nice little piece of scenery. Draw from that. Draw from reality first. That's my spiel. That's it. That's all I got to say. I'm going to sign up out of here. And see you guys later. Peace.